So we're making a pencil post for a pencil post bed. Square. The post is square. This is a scrap piece. The post is squared to whatever dimension you want, and I use a sawing jig to saw the post to a four-sided taper, and then by hand the additional four facets are planed and chiseled to the surface to create an eight-sided or pencil post. So to begin with, my jig up here, this post is already sawn and it's held in place with a bolt into a quarter-inch bolt into a quarter-inch hole at the top of the post. And you can see this whole stack of posts here. They've all got their holes, and to get that hole, the hole has to be very accurate or else it won't work. So come over here to the drill press, which is up on sawhorses, and it's set up for drilling drilling that hole. So luckily I had orders for two of these, and I just set this up. So there's a, I'm gonna come around here. Don't get dizzy. I've taken the drill bit out of here, but so there's my marked thing. I'll slide the post up there. I'll actually leave the post in place and then drill right into there. I just drill it about an inch deep, and you've got to support your post out at the other end and hold that nice and straight. Once it's in the sawing jig, it's pretty straightforward. So instead of, some taper jigs hold the bottom of the leg out, this jig holds the top of the leg out, so it's sticking out. You know, this much gets sawed off and it tapers down to nothing. And what you've got to do is put a mark, pencil mark, all the way around where you want the additional four facets to begin. That's called the lamb's tongue that gets carved out of there. So you put that mark on there and you adjust your jig so that you know, what I do, I just put a shim in here, and by moving that in or out, you change where that cut is going to end when you push it through the saw. Anyway, this is a very crappy, crude jig. I made it 22 years ago. It's kind of falling apart, but it still works, so I still use it. And next we'll talk about scribing the post to mark for cutting the additional facets using a spar maker's scribe. Another little thing about this jig, as you do the cuts, you do your first cut, your post is going to fit all the way down tightly to the bottom where the hole goes in. You'll want to rotate it so that you have full post going down, so you rotate it this way so that the uncut portion goes to the bottom, and you don't cut this and then put the cut portion down, because you want support under there as long as possible. At the very end, what you're going to do is insert one of the cutoffs and slide it till it's tight, and that will support the post. Otherwise your post is going to bounce up and down as you run it over the saw. So that's really the only trick with that.